the early game. He will probably get zoned out of a lot of CS, I would imagine. But later on in the team fights and stuff, he has, as you mentioned, such big impactful ults to steal. Even Xin ult could be crazy for him, quite honestly. Pushing everyone away and putting him to duel someone would be really good.
Always surprised by any of the rune choices. I'm seeing a Phase Rush Lulu, which possibly may have been a misclick on Summonary. Surely you would want Summonary with Lulu.
Maybe.
It looks to be an invade from Winx Club.
Phase Rush
but they are just going to be spotted on a ward, and I think it will be both bot lanes helping out their junglers.
Phase Rush is kind of OP though, so I can kind of see why you'd want to take it. Hecarim takes this rune. I saw Sejuani Top take it earlier, and I think it was LPL. The rune is just really good, so I can maybe see why you'd want to take it. But Summonary is definitely the better one, the more standard one, so it's worth pointing out. I don't know what the common is on Syndra. Phase Rush once again for the same reason. It's just pretty good. I
also think against Silas as well, Phase Rush is going to be so useful. You're just going to be able to poke Silas out, and then suddenly you're free to leave, and he cannot re-engage on you. I think that's quite smart.
Is Fleet no more, Caitlin?
Fleet footwork, it's better in lane, but then you lose a lot of agency later on in the game because you can't go over the attack speed cap. We are looking for a Death Brush bot lane. However, I think they're going to avoid it as they have taken the safe route down. Gourmet Gang have taken the safe route down. Where do you think the most action will be in the early game?
Mid lane? I want to... or probably bot lane, actually. I don't know. It's really hard to tell between those two. I want to say bot lane because I just think that...
The E... you mentioned it earlier, that E is so devastating, and Matthias poked out decent chunk of his health already gone early.
Yeah, but before that even happened, literally what I was about to say about it is I do think that the mid is extremely volatile, but I think it shouldn't have much action because Matthias should just... Or Matthias, or is it...
Matthias.
Matthias, I say. Matthias, he should know that he loses that matchup so hard that he should just concede a lot of what this
we
is.
are going to see him engage onto the Dark One, but the Dark One, again, Syndra is just so safe in this lane. Both are running relatively low on mana, though. The Dark One has to be careful. Syndra Qs, those little bubbles, they cost a lot of mana. They do not come cheap.
Syndra missed cannon.
It happens. Happens to the best of us. I think we might be looking for a first blood mid lane. I think both are looking like they really want to get that first blood.
Yeah, I think you're probably right. They are definitely posing to be way more aggressive than the bot lane, which is actually just being very handshake farm kind of lane right now.
Silas is backing though. Fair enough. He took a lot of damage early in early trades with Syndra. I think that's probably the right call.
Nice counter trade.
Yeah, that's what you want. There is Xin Zhao. Watercon is going to go on Beihue. I think that was a safe call for the flash, but he is going to get knocked up. Flash by Watercon. Beihue is going to have the healing though. I think it will be fine. And the bot lane of Gourmet Gang walk out safe and sound.
Yeah, I think the bot lane is kind of... They've been pushing this entire time, so they were ready for the gank, and they actually were working away the moment they started seeing Lulu posing aggressively in the bush that they saw.
Matthias on the Dark One, engaging, as Syndra has no mana to do anything about that, really. He's able to get a little bit of poke back on afterwards, but will have to back, surely, as it is now.
Did Salah start with the Cropton Pot or the Doran's ring?
Doran's ring, two health pots.
So when he backed, he picked up the Cropton Pot, and this is an interesting pickup. I like it. I think it allows you to play way more aggressive and take these trades that would be unfavorable for you in the early game usually. But this is a huge wave of bottom right now.
Yeah. It's a huge... Oh, Matthias again going on Dark One. He's waited out the Syndra E, but the chain just not quite long enough to connect. He does have to be careful here, though. Watercon is looking like he wants to stay and go for a gank in the mid lane.
It was pinged
This
by his team.
This could be risky though. Dark One has very little mana and not much more health. Syndra E does connect. Watercon dashes on. It's not going to be enough though. Matthias is able to get out safely. And the corrupting pots will go back and he'll be able to heal a decent amount of that back up.
Matthias, he did take the trade. He didn't know he was there. It was pinged by his team on the map as he was chilling in the bush. Or maybe he didn't know he was there. He had a sense he was there, or someone did. Because he did play away from it, and he did back off. And he even used the E preemptively in case the Xin did dash on him. And he would have got caught on the tower, which was nice to see. He's actually doing really well into the matchup so far, considering I would imagine it would be quite bad for Sylas in the early game, but he is bringing it even right now. Yeah,
it's in fact, in terms of CS, it's very even in almost all lanes. It's only really the jungle where there is a slight difference, and we kind of expected that anyway. Udyr does have a very fast clear. Are we surprised though that there hasn't been much ganking by the Udyr?
I mean, sorry, I burped again. Jesus Christ! But the Udyr, I think, if you look now, he's just actually clearing his last camp. But top is backing, so he could look for a play somewhere like
Arinz is looking for Matthias in the mid lane. Is he going to go? He has avoided the pink ward as he has gone the slightly longer route. Dark One does have level 6. Arinz is there as well. I think the poison might just deal enough. Corrupting Potion is enough to save. And
is here?
was that a Cho'Gath TP? Blaziken is there. I don't think it's going to be enough.
It was a Cho'Gath TP behind, yes.
That was a good TP. Matthias has to be very careful, though. Arinz is going to be around. He is invis just out of the turret sentry range, so will not be seen. He is now being seen by the pink ward.
Yeah.
He has lost a decent amount of farm for that, and there might also be a plate going the way of Gourmet Gang. I like what he tried to do there. I'm not sure if it quite came off.
Considering I think the original idea is very good. It was very close. If Sylas hadn't bought that corrupting pot, he would have died. But
there's a potential for an Udyr.
Udyr is gank as well.
The E did not. The E from Syndra was not enough, as the chain had landed just after it. And Udyr coming in as well. That was a really well-coordinated gank. Blaziken on Chris K. And thus, the top lane is probably the slightly more sedate lane. I don't think much is going to happen there for quite a long time. And we're seeing a very slight CS lead. Practically nothing, though, in the top lane. That was a fantastic gank, though.
I think it was... I was talking about Twitch play beforehand, and I felt like the initial gank was good, but then he just stayed for too long. And then after that, Dark One, I think, also stayed. I don't think they backed after the play. So it was nice awareness from Bamboo to just go, all right, well, we know that you're not going to be there, probably, because you just commit so much time there. Why would you be committing more time there? And then nice response from him, but Arin's looking for a bot too.
On Master of Ebola, thing is, though, without ult, they do not have the kill pressure, I think, on Arinz. And that's... there has been a pause.
Ping issues, it says in chat.
Ping issues for Beihue. Allows us a little bit of a breather. There's 8 minutes, nearly 9 minutes gone, and only 1 kill. I'm surprised. I definitely thought it was going to be a little bit more bloodier, particularly in the bot lane.
A little bit, but I think that the Twitch went for a roaming kind of stand, and that put him behind on level 6, so he couldn't push that advantage real hard. I think once we start hitting level 6s hit the board, we will see a much more bloody game. So many of these characters' power spikes, they get so huge with their ult. Udyr's not one of them, but he is just strong at all points, so that is why we did see him get, I think, the first successful gank. But for example, Twitch and Lulu and Syndra, Xin and Malphite, think of all of those ults and how impactful they are. I think level 6 will really be a big turning point in the game.
Yeah, and there is a Sylas in the game. I mentioned this before, that all of Winx Club's ults, very useful for them, also very useful for the Sylas. So the pause will The game has now on pause. Play will resume very shortly. And we're back. Whew. Xin is posturing bot lane. Will they be looking for a dragon or just warding the jungle? They do spot Gourmet Gang's Udyr taking wolves. They now know exactly where Udyr is going to be pathing. So they're probably sure he'll be going back, trying to contest Vision against the Xin. It's 9 minutes in. I think there probably will be a dragon fight. It is only Cloud Dragon, so there's probably nothing too much. Past the bamboo is looking to be caught out, though. Arins is very close. Past bamboo. He's going to be fine there. Master of Ebola. Everyone is safe currently. The Lulu ult from Matthias, absolutely making sure he's safe. Watercon is going to be the first one to go down, though. No one else is down. How? Everyone else is just somehow surviving. The Soraka healing absolutely coming in clutch. Well, there you go. That is why Soraka is being picked. The healing there from Soraka, saving 3 different people there, I think. That was really, really clutch.
My point wasn't that Soraka won't do anything. My point is that Seraphine could have done the same thing.
I don't think that she could have outpoured that much healing, though. That was a lot from the Soraka.
No, the Soraka ult was very good. The Soraka ult literally made it so that it happened at the same time that Waterknot went in. So he should have been aware that Soraka still had ult either way. But he went in, Soraka ulted. He was really out of position the moment he dived into the entire team, basically, to grid for a kill that he wasn't getting while the Sylas was rotating.
He is 3 levels above Jhin, though, so I don't think anything's going to happen. And now Jhin is out of position. Pass me the bamboo is going to come. There is also a TP Malphite ult coming in. I don't think it's going to be enough, though. Pass the bamboo gets a... Blaziken actually does pick up the kill, though. Chris is going to be stunned, and double kill for Blaziken because Udyr stuns with the knockups. Matthias TPing in as well. I think that was really, really well done by Gourmet Gang, and there hasn't been an answer from Winx Club so far.
No, definitely not. It's what we were talking about with the Udyr and how much ability he has, agency he has on the game, right? Like, he is around topside when they go for that gank, and he's got such quick movement that he can respond to the gank immediately, come up, stun them, and just turn the fight, just like that. The TP was there as well, but I don't even think
on Master of Ebola. I don't think they'll be able to kill, though. Oh, no, Dark One is going to use his ult. I think the Unleash Power from Syndra was used. I'm not quite sure. But Arins picks up the kill. Wow. So Arins does pick up a kill there, which is very much needed for Winx Club. And that is Twitch getting back into the game now. Gourmet Gang, Gourmet Gang are on the dragon now. I don't think Winx Club are going to respond to this. I think they will just give up the dragon. It is only Cloud Dragon. It's generally not the one to fight over if you need to leave a dragon. That does give them a couple of plates bot lane. Does give Winx a couple of plates.
I was going to say, yeah, so the play down bot from the Syndra was in response to the top side play, which is very nice, but seeing another response now, they're gridding the plates.
TP, is that from Syndra? Syndra TP, so I think that's smart by Bamboo. They bait out the TP, they leave. I think that's, again, really good by Gourmet Gang. Good TP, though, from Winx in response.
Yeah, no, the TP was that's exactly what you want to do. You spend nothing going down there. You just down here to clear your jungle. You walk bot lane. You spend a TP of the Syndra who just got back from walking to bot lane. She literally walked to bot lane, walked back mid, had to TP down bot again, and had to walk and had to base and then walk back to mid. She wasted so much time, and all you did as Udyr was just show your face in bot.
Yeah, definitely a good trade there in the favor of Gourmet Gang. And we're seeing essentially a 2k goal lead, so not a huge amount, but definitely a little bit in the favor of Gourmet Gang right now.
Yeah, I was talking about it in draft, but it's just the control that Udyr can have on a game. Udyr has 100% kill participation right now across the map, 2 in top side, and then and he's been creating pressure in bot side as well as getting all these kills on the map. It's just the amount of pressure that he can create while clearing his jungle as well, because we haven't seen Xin do much since that. Okay, we'll see.
The ult from Arins is going to come down as well. It's not enough to Unleash Power, stolen from Syndra onto Syndra.
Yes.
Can we see bot lane? I think there's definitely going to be a fight bot lane. Jhin is looking for Udyr. I don't think you want to take that trade. Passing the bamboo is currently very strong. Phoenix stance.
Champion's so broke. What? He also with no damage items into the core of his HP. Well, it was the core. It was a lot.
Yeah. Who needs an ult when you've got that?
Yeah, exactly.
Phoenix stance is so powerful. And I'm pretty sure that's what you max currently first, right? Azuda.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. The so it was an aggressive play by Arins, which because he knew he had his jungler there, but the response from Bamboo meant that he could just back out and be okay after the play. But burnt heal for ult, which is good because Twitch ult is a shorter cooldown than heal, so maybe he can look for a play once that's back up again.
And Blaziken with his Cho'Gath looking very, very tanky already. I mean, he's 2-0. I think he got a Devour kill as well. So how many stacks does he have? Are we able to check?
He'll have two. There's no way he has more than 2.
Yeah.
He could have 3, but I guess he has 2. It's fine.
Yeah.
You can is he going for a steal here? No, he's backing out. Okay, Blaziken did try and go for a blue buff still, but saw both the jungler on the top lane and was like, all right, I guess.
I mean, I like the ballsiness, and I mean, when you're 2-0 with that Cho'Gath looking quite so huge, you can probably play a little bit ballsy.
Yeah, and it's just look at the fear. It's great. So we will see Dark One, I think, getting the blue buff from Whatnot in the jungle.
Yeah, I mean,
so they can create more pressure in this lane.
Yeah, Syndra with a blue buff, you are just able to spam the spears. I think that's definitely a good call. Jhin does need mana, but definitely nowhere near as mana hungry as a Syndra. So Master of Ebola now joined by Beihue again.
They have ults again, so they're maybe looking for a play here.
Arin's using the Ratata. No, it's Spray and Pray now, isn't it? Soraka ult having to come down to save. There is a Rift Herald. I think Gourmet Gang just have enough pressure that they will be able to get Rift Herald for free.
Yeah, very nice going on the timers. If they do this Rift Herald quickly, they should have time to reset and look around for Drake as well immediately afterwards once they pick this up.
And I like that Cho'Gath using Devour, getting another free stack. That's onto the Rift Herald. I think that's a good play. We are looking for a Xin Zhao engage. Matthias is there. Watercon does take down Beihue. The Soraka. Is he going to be able to take down Caitlyn as well? Master of Ebola is going to go down. That's a double kill for Winx Club. A really good engage. But Matthias does pick up the kill in return onto Jhin.
Yeah, very nicely done by the side of Whatnot. Basically, I think that he saw that Soraka had been poked out from the ult. It was very nice focus from Arins this time instead of, I think, the last fight, he was all attacking the Caitlyn. This time he just focused on Soraka and said, all right, I'll just kill your healing engine, which is why Soraka's slightly more vulnerable than someone like Yuumi, for example, because she can be targeted just like that. And then she does nothing, right? And then Caitlyn is alone against a Xin 1v1ing her, and she's walking away from the Sylas who can't get to her. So he's able to pick up both the kills.
So currently the vision on Dragon is in the favor of Winx Club. Dark One has to be careful because that is an Udyr. Udyr now has to be careful, but again, he's Udyr. He can run away a lot faster. Arins is playing very, very ballsy. I don't think he's going to be able to do too much more damage to the Udyr. Caitlyn ult's coming out, blocked by Lulu. I think that possibly not the best. There is a TP coming from Cho'Gath. Did Winx Club spot that? I'm not sure if they did.
I think they did. I think that's why they're backing off.
Yeah. Arins has to be very, very careful. That is a speedy as hell Udyr. He is getting wild growth by the Sylas, and that is Waterknot going down. Blaziken lands the root. Oh, very, very well done, Blaziken, to land that root, and that means Gourmet Gang will be able to pick up a second dragon, and it is Infernal. Ooh. I mean, that was very, very clutch on that Q on the eruption by Cho'Gath.
That was kind of a bizarre play by Winx Club. I think maybe just a bit of miscommunication about whether they wanted to actually stay for the Drake or if they wanted to give it away. Because they, after the initial play, they would have had vision control and
Passing the bamboo very nearly goes down to the unleashed power of Syndra. I possibly thought he was a little bit tankier than he actually was. Very, very close there.
Yeah, he's only got boots on the side of him off.
Yeah. Because of that, though, the turret does not go down to Rift Herald. Syndra just managing to keep the turret alive. So we have not seen a turret go down quite yet. Chris K gets hit by the Cho'Gath's Q. There's a lot of damage, but both are just so tanky.
They're not trying to 2v1 him. Look at he takes no damage.
I don't think they can. Chris K is in the ult range and he gets ulted.
He's going to get double.
He's going to get double kill. And
we got panned away from it, but he definitely got the double kill. The missing pin coming out from his team. Like, what do you do?
But I did say that, you know, Cho'Gath gets insanely tanky. And you look at Winx Club's team. Matthias under turret now. He does have unleashed power. He has to flash though. The turret, because of Triumph, I think he'll be fine. Passing the bamboo, running onto a Rins, and a Rins is very, very out of position. The Soraka ult, just in case I'm off for Bowler, I don't think it was needed, but as you said, Udyr is just able to get around so quickly.
This is really good play from Gourmet Gang right now. They've just pushed their lead so far ahead in this early by constantly creating pressure that they can't 2v1 this Cho'Gath. This Cho'Gath's insanely fed now from the kills he picked up in that fight, from the extra stacks he's got from the original kill. So he's definitely got 3 extra stacks at this point that he wouldn't have otherwise, which is 20 minutes into the game. That's really not bad. And I was going to mention it a while ago, but I didn't get to mention it because there was more action. But Chris K had TP for that original fight, and he had ult, but he just decided not to do it. And they just, in the end, they all got picked off by the Cho'Gath, who had the initiate. Who
Bamboo is playing very ballsy. I think he really wants to get the red buff steal. I don't think he will though, and he leaves backs off.
Another thing I want to touch on real quickly while we have a small bit of time is I really love the amount of confidence that Gourmet Gang's coming into this game with. They're like we talked about it before the game started, how they would be considered definitely the less favorites. Obviously, Cho still a blue buff, very nice.
Yeah, there we go.
They've come into this game with confidence. You see Bamboo just walking into their jungle as Udyr, into 2 of them being like, I kind of want your red buff. I'll just chill around in your jungle. Like, they are playing with confidence, which is exactly the kind of thing you need to do, because if you go into a game against one of the higher seeds and you're worrying about, oh god, they're going to trash us, they're going to do this, they're better than us.
The Bamboo is looking like he wants to engage. Chris K caught up again by the Cho'Gath knockups. Look how much damage Cho'Gath is doing, and
how much damage he's not taking. Look at that!
Look at how huge he is already. A bit of the dance and laugh spam there. I think that's earned. And passing me the bamboo, stunned up by the Syndra combo. Nothing much will come of it. Can you see a way that Winx Club can get through the front line of Gourmet Gang now?
It's really down to less so about picking off or dealing with the Cho'Gath, and more about if you can get to their backline. Udyr Cho'Gath is a fed Udyr and a fed Cho'Gath are you're kind of looking a bit. Your only big consistent damage is the Twitch, who went the Kraken Slayer to get through these tanks, but
Rins is looking like he might engage. Matthias with Malphite ult, by the way, is getting stunned up. The Unleashed Power doesn't come out from the Dark One. But again, there is going to be a Malphite, a Silas with a Malphite ult, which is so scary in a team fight.
Yeah,
because that AP ratio and
longer, but oh my god, Warnock's in danger.
If Blazicus hits this Q, he has to flash out. Jhin has to flash because he will just get stunned up. Matthias looks to be in trouble.
Engaged?
But he engaged because the Malphite ult, and Rins does get the shutdown just about with his spray and pray. That is a double shutdown for the Twitch, who's now suddenly going to have a lot of gold to spend.
He definitely should have Malphite ulted on the tower, not in.
Wow, ballsy play, but just like how Gourmet Gang have been playing very, very confidently, suddenly Winx Club played confidently, and that is probably going to be them getting a free dragon in return for that as well.
I mean, you see Rin sat so far forward all the time, just sat in invis waiting for someone to be a bit out of position. And this is what I mentioned before. It's not about killing the Fed. I said Fed Uda and Cho'Gath, but like the Cho'Gath in particular, just Soraka's out of position, really out of position.
This is what I'm talking about at the start. And the E comes out, the poison, enough damage. Blaziken is now kind of on his own. Arinz is going to get a double kill. And Blaziken now, he's stunned up. But Arinz is going to get devoured. Pass him the bamboo, finishes up that kill. Silas Root. I think Kip Carry is in trouble. Waterknight is down. Kip Carry does manage to survive. The phase rush coming in clutch, I think, there. Passing the bamboo. Does he have enough speed? I think he's just going to realize, right, we've got enough from this. We're going to take the Ocean Dragon. They now are going to be on 3 dragons at 24 minutes. The next dragon will be Soul Point, and more importantly, that is an Ocean Soul Dragon. That will be huge.
I think it's worth pointing out that Malphite just wasn't there again, even though he has TP and ult. Like, they were winning the fight when so the Soraka stepped out of position. They capitalized on that. Arinz was really trying his best. Arinz is really trying his best to carry this game. He was out there. He was in the middle of their team, using invis correctly to move about and pick off the weak people. And then the moment the tank shows up, Arinz dies because there's just nothing you can do to get through it. And it's just unkillable.
Yeah, I mean, you look at a Fed Cho'Gath and a Fed Uda. Matthias, though, might be in trouble here. He does have Wild Growth, Lulu's ult, which is going to go down. And so he will pick up Arinz because of that extra health and slow that Matthias. And now with Conqueror as well. God. That is why you go Conqueror on Silas. He manages to pick up a solo double kill, a 1v2, and the healing that he's able to have. And this is the thing, Twitch even had Executioner's cooling there. But even through that, he was able to heal enough with Conqueror and his it's W, I think, that heals.
It's like
was that a mouth TP, I think, to save this turret?
No, he has TP.
Okay. Cool.
The interesting thing about this is, don't step up. Okay. I was like, he's gonna get Malphite under the tower immediately. But the interesting about this game is I mentioned it in Draft Tower. I was maybe concerned about the lack of damage on the side of Gourmet gang. But it's clearly not a trouble, and I'm talking out my ass. And Winx Club really, now that I see it, the only damage Twitch is forced to be reckoned with, right? But Zin is doing nothing. He has no damage. He cannot kill these people. He's an assassin into a Cho'Gath, Silas, Udyr, who are all decently fed now. The only people he can really assassinate are Soraka and Caitlyn, who are really not doing anything, aren't the problem in this game anyway.
I would not be surprised if Xin Zhao basically becomes an insect bot. He is one of the champions who is able to insect if he flashes and E's over onto the backline. He is able to essentially insect certain backline champions into the front line. Arinz is going to try and do any damage to Blaziken. He is stunned up. Blaziken is taking a lot of damage. It's not going to be enough, though. He does have to flash out, though, just in case, because Dark One is very near. Matthias landed the Everfrost slow so that Dark One can't get close. That was a lot of damage.
It was also just a bit of a cocky play from Blaziken. Blaziken's feeling like he's unkillable. Just
Dark One's silenced and has to flash out. I don't think he quite realized just how much the silence would do there. And that is Blaziken TPing into 3. The Dark One is going to get devoured, feasted upon by the Cho'Gath, and Xin Zhao is now in a lot of trouble. The Everfrost route coming out, and Matthias picks up that kill as well. That is a 6-on-1 Silas, and they are still on the hunt. You caught that, Cho'Gath. I mean, just how much health do you need on a single champion?
I can imagine being the bot lane here and just looking at your team and being like, yeah, sometimes it's alright to get carried, right? Like, there's really not, like, even with Cho'Gath stood out of position for a long time, took like 10 seconds straight of 5 and 4 Twitch autos and Syntra damage. And sure, he had to burn his flash, and it was a misplay by him still. He just walked out.
I like Arinz using the blasting cone. He doesn't have invis, though. He will have it now. Okay. They are slightly being forced off of Baron, and now Beihyu is very, very low. He's going to get picked off. The Twitch ult is absolutely huge Malphite ult as well, disrupting anything. That is a quadra kill. Will we see a pentakill? Blaziken is trying as best as he can, but Arins is able. He's going to get the pentakill. This is the Blaziken. Sorry, that is a pentakill for the Twitch, and what a turnaround! I did say Twitch ult late game, Twitch with Lulu with the Malphite, and that is a complete turnaround. Now they are going to get a free Baron. That was a absolutely insane team fight there. Twitch destroying Beihue, who's low enough, which meant the Soraka healing did not come into play. Blue team, Winx Club pick up Baron. What a turnaround.
I mean, once again, that was basically just all Arins, right? Arins walked down there, he took them off of the Baron alone. He jumped in 1v5. They didn't hard commit to engaging on him, so they kind of backed off, took damage from Baron, and Arins went, wait, they're all 50% HP from dancing around trying to kill me. I'm just going to ult. And he just ults and annihilates them all. Really a good play from Arins there. We'll see if it's enough to help them come back into this game.
They have to fight this as well. Master of Ebola nearly taken out, but Watercon is going to get stunned up, and passing the bamboo picked it up. I think that's a really bad play after such a good one by Arins. That it will mean that they have essentially a free smite with the Cho'Gath feast and passing the bamboo smite. Arins is going to try as hard as he can. He does have ult. The Malphite steal ult will stun him up. The Dark One picks up Matthias, but Arins is down, and suddenly they will have no damage now. Like, as soon as Arins is out of the fight, Blaziken is just going to keep on pushing up to distract from the dragon. He's polymorphed up. He's not going down though, because he's
got Ocean Soul now. He's going to be absolutely unkillable.
Yep. Kip Carry has to shield himself from that, and that is an Ocean Soul Blaziken Cho'Gath. Look at how tanky he is. It is going to be so difficult, even for the 10-5 Twitch, to get through that now.
I mean, even we saw it in the fight where he did kill him. He still had to kite back the Cho'Gath for like 20 seconds straight. Now that Cho'Gath has Ocean Soul as well. I mean, it's just so hard to get through it. It's not impossible. Once again, if Rins gets a massive play and they coordinate their ults, which we really haven't seen much of yet. Kind of a lot of disorganized play from Winx Club here. Unusual for them, but never really coordinating ideas. Maybe the comms just aren't on point today, but you saw Warnock just dive in on the Soraka when he knows that 3 of them are there. Like, that's just it's just the kind of misplays you don't expect to see.
But when we saw their comms work, they really worked. Malphite ult, Arins will spray and pray, but Matthias does have Zonya, so he'll be out. While Chris is stunned on the turret, so that is Uda, Malphite, and Silas all going down. The double kill goes onto the Dark One. Wow, so Beihue does pick up a kill, his first kill of the game, onto the Malphite, and that's a free turret and a double kill in the favor of Winx. I do not understand how these fights are like currently going, and you kind of think with Ocean Soul that Gourmet Gang should be fine, but there is a lot of burst damage from the Syndra Xin Zhao combo with the Rins just piling up behind.
I really do feel like if you're the side of Gourmet Gang right now, you just try and group up and 5v5. You have this fed Blaziken who can just tank for your entire team, and a Soraka behind him. And your whole team
like what Rins is doing, by the way. He sees Master of Ebola, and Master of Ebola, I don't think he even realized he may have been looking bot. He flashed way too late, and that was a really, really clever pick by Rins. Master of Ebola may have been looking somewhere else, I think.
This is why I'm talking about they need to try and 5v5 because
some of the bamboo, they are just going to run onto the Twitch. Watercon is Wild Growth. Blaziken is on the Rins. Is he going to be able to get to him? Matthias picks him up though. So that is most of the damage gone.
That was Cho'Gath ult. It just deleted
Cho'Gath
him.
feast. That was I think that may have been like 800 true damage. That was insane. Passing the bamboo, just going to try and stun up the Dark One. With Chris K looks like he'll probably go down next. The Dark One is unleash power onto Matthias. Onto passing the bamboo. Lulu is stunned up, and Matthias picks up Syndra, Kip Carry. Lulu with phase rush. Lulu with phase rush is huge. Apparently, I'm so sorry. Phase rush is the best rune in the game. Apparently,
it's broken. Moose be broken.
These fights are coming thick and fast, and that, by the way, that was without an ADC for Gourmet Gang. That was without an ADC, and they still turned that fight around because Arins, he has to get quite up close and personal in order to use spray and pay like effectively throughout the whole team. Realistically, sorry.
Sorry, no, it's just the when a Rins goes in for these deep plays that he needs to do, or else his team just loses. It's nothing on him. He has to create these opportunities for his team. You saw he got a good pick, but then he was just because he was going for that, he was slightly out of position to the extent where Rins hits Q on him, and then after that he's just dead because the Silas was immediately there with his Zinno, got onto him, pushed the rest of the team away, and just finished him off. It's just clean, coordinated play from the all of the top side of Gourmet Gang this game. To be fair, Bamboo, Matthias, and Blazikus have all been really coordinated on who they're going in on and their priority targeting.
Yeah, and I mean, there's just Soraka healing as well now is going to be utterly ridiculous. You've got Ocean Soul, you've got absolutely everything. Blazikus passing with Bamboo, they can just simply go, we are avoiding everyone else, we are going to walk up to a Rins. And same with Matthias now. Silas heals so much naturally with Ocean Soul as well. And Silas does have Malphite ult for this next fight. This is going to be a huge engage. And this could be a make or break team fight, I think. For both sides. Baron is going to be coming up quite soon as well now. 10 seconds for Baron. Will we see a death push?
He's better position here. He's better position in the bottom side.
He does have Malphite ult that he can use defensively if needs be. Arins is going to try and spray and pray, but he's able to...
He didn't activate
he didn't activate. So Matthias will now come back in. Blazikus trying to look for the Lulu, but Lulu is so fast as well. Ooh, both teams now posturing around. So Elder Dragon is within a minute as well. We've got Baron up, Elder Dragon coming up very soon. We are going to see big fights now. Whew.
Yeah, definitely. It's very hard to know how these fights are going to go.
Blazikus might be slightly out of position, but it is a Cho'Gath. What are they going to do? Oh Kip Carry! He flashes in. He ults Kip Carry. I think he may have wanted to kill a Rins instead, but Twitch is so low. He's so low, and passing the Bamboo is just going to pick him up. Syndra is down. This is looking like a clean ace. Chris K is, I think, had to flash out. He is now under turret, but passing the Bamboo does not care. He is Udyr. He may not be Mundo, but he's going where he pleases. Matthias looking to pick him up as well. Passing Bum, look how much he's tanking, but it's not enough. The Ocean Soul's coming so into clutch there. Blue turret destroyed. This could be game. I think this might be game.
I think this is game, and what an upset. We're talking about. Well, I'm